All right. We are going, this is recording good. We are going to do some more graphing today. I know it's everyone's favorite. So we are going to not do the same type of graphing that we did before though. We're going to do graphing that solves inequalities, not simultaneous equations. All right, so solving inequalities is different because we're only going to draw one thing at a time as opposed to drawing two and finding a point of intersection. All right, so obviously you guys have gridded books. You're going to do a much better job than me of drawing graphs. You've got rulers. Everyone should be using a ruler. All right, so let's do the first one. Let's start with the easy stuff. If I said x equals 3, remind me of how I graph x equals 3. It's the easy stuff that we always forget. Remember we talked about this? This is the easy one. How do I graph x equals 3? Okay, you need to be more specific. So straight, okay, good. I can see people showing me vertical lines. So I'm finding where x is 3, which is here, and putting a vertical line through it. So some people say, well, the x-axis is horizontal, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line, right? Make sure you don't make that mistake. I'm going to use my straight line tool and draw, hopefully, a straight line. Hey, look at that. That's, well, it doesn't quite go through. Shut up. Okay, it's great. It's great. All right. So let's do another one. If I said y is -1, what am I doing? Yeah, it's horizontal this time. Find where y is -1 and draw a line through it. Now, this is just a linear equation though, isn't it? Yeah. So that is not exactly what I want. So let's adjust this. What if I said, instead of x equals 3, what if I said x is less than or equal to 3? So what I'm now going to do is color in the region that matches this inequality. So this is the easy bit. If x is less than or equal to 3, I want this section here, right? So I'm just going to color in this. That's all I got to do. Yeah, just color it in. This is the section that matches the inequality x is less than 3. So let's do the red one. So actually, first of all, I'm just going to erase that because it's. Why wouldn't it let me do that? Oh, that's right. You got to click it. Yeah. Okay. How did I? The mouse one. Click it, delete it. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so what if I change this symbol to y is greater than -1? So there is a reason I erased this one and I didn't erase the other one. If you have a less than or equal to sign, you just draw a line. But if you have a greater than or a less than sign, you need a dotted line, because what you're saying is you're not allowed to include that value. So I'm not allowed to include -1 because y is always less than -1. So what I actually have to do is draw a dotted line. Well, we're going to pretend that's straight. Draw a dotted line through that space. Then y is always greater than -1. So what I need to do is color above my line, because that is the region that satisfies this inequality. Y is always greater than -1, but it does not include -1, so it's a dotted line. Are you with me? Okay. So this is the easy bit when you've just got these things. What if you've got an actual equation or inequality over here? So let's say that we've got 2y is less than or equal to 6x minus 4. All right, what do I do first? Can I graph this now? What's wrong with it?
So you divide both sides by 2.
Good. I need to divide everything by 2 because y is not by itself yet. So y is less than or equal to 3x minus 2. So now I can graph this. Is this going to be a straight line or a dotted line? Straight line, right? Because I've got the equal to sign. So this is a normal line. So my y-intercept is -2. My slope is 3. So I go up 3 and over 1. And then I draw a line through it. I'm going to get my straight line tool. Oh, geez, come on, please work. Hey, it's really embarrassing that you think that's unique. Okay, so now I need to decide which side of the line I'm going to color in. Now, there is a very easy way to do this because it's already in the right form, right? If it's already in the right form, if it's less than, you color below. If it's greater than, you color above, right? That's really easy. But what you can do if you're not sure is test a point. So I'm going to test any point that is not on the line. So 0, 0 is the easiest way to do that, right? If I test 0, 0, all I'm doing is substituting in this for x and y. So 0 is less than or equal to 3 times 0 minus 2. So 0 is less than or equal to -2. Is that true? Excuse me?
Oh, I know.
Is 0 less than -2? That's not true. So I do not want to color in the side where that point is. So this was my testing point. That is the wrong side of the line because that's not true. So I need to color in this. That's the side that fits my inequality. Let's do another one of those. I'm having a lot of scared faces looking at me right now. So let's do it again. Actually, that is way too big. What am I doing? Ah. That's right. Yep. All right, so let's do an example of when it's not going to be a solid line, it's going to be a dotted line. So let's do one over here. All right, so y is greater than, let's do -2x plus 1. All right, so again, I'm going to graph this. The y-intercept is 1. And then my slope is -2, so I go down 2 over 1. And then this needs to be a dotted line because there is no equal to sign underneath, right? So I'm going to dot this.
Wow.
Okay, so again, I'm going to pick a point and test it. I am going to pick 0, 0 because it's always the easiest one to do, but it can't be on the line. So if your line goes through 0, 0, pick 1, 1 or something like that. Pick something else. All right, so I'm going to test 0, 0. 0 is greater than -2 times 0 plus 1. 0 is greater than 1. Is that true? Okay, so I do not want this side of the line.
Yeah.
That was wrong. I want this side of the line. Okay, all right, let's do one more. Okay, let's say I'm going to do 3y plus 6x is greater than 18. No, actually, I don't have enough room on my graph for that. 9. Okay, so what's the problem with this? It's not rearranged, right? It's in a bad format for us. So what am I going to move first? Minus 6x. And what do I do next?
I think about this.
What do I do? Divide by 3. -2x plus 3. So I need to find plus 3. 1, 2, 3. My slope is -2, so I'm going to go down 2 over 1. Is this a solid line or a dotted line? All right, dotted line. All right, again, I'm going to pick my point and test it. 0, 0. So 0 is greater than -2 times 0 plus 3. 0 is greater than 3. Is that true? No. So we want this.
Yeah.
That bit's wrong. Color in the bit that actually works. Now, The number one thing that's a little bit annoying is that sometimes the question says color in the unwanted region. So if it doesn't specify, you are coloring in the region that satisfies the inequality. You're coloring in the side that's true. But sometimes the question will say shade the unwanted region. Okay, so you're shading in the region that doesn't work. So just make sure you read the question carefully so you don't color in the wrong bit. All right. Do we need to do multiples? What have I got? How many things are you doing? Just one. Okay, great. All right. So you can see the very first question asks you to shade the unwanted region. Okay. So just read your questions carefully. Whereas when you get to question 4, you actually need to shade in the correct region. All right. We're back to drawing graphs today. Let's go.